So hi guys, welcome back to another episode of this unnamed podcast. This unnamed new podcast. It's been a while since we last uploaded something. I haven't actually uploaded the previous episode while recording this episode because we still don't have a name, a title, and even like a background for the video.
We're professionals.
We are
in the field of
professionals at this.
podcasts.
We are definitely gonna be successful with this. But like,
We have
we're definitely. I've edited the audio and I've edited like the the thing. We just need something to post it on YouTube. I just don't want to post it like on a black screen. That doesn't sound interesting at all.
yeah.
I'm honestly a lot more like what you call this, out of it today compared to like the previous one. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna record. It's been a while. We're gonna record another episode of a podcast. I'm just
we actually record.
I'm just a lot more excited for this one just because we have new microphones to actually test out.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot more appropriate for a podcast. And this may be just like a continuation of our previous podcast, but yeah, this if we count the first two episodes from Fox and the Fish, this is the fourth episode. But if we're counting like the new podcast, this is the second unnamed new podcast that we have right now.
Technically, it's a negative episode because we haven't even done a first episode yet.
No.
Well, we've recorded it, but we haven't uploaded it, and we didn't even have a brand for it.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is like part of a pilot series.
This is it's a prologue. A prologue,
Maybe.
or a pilot
You can
episode.
call it a prologue. I don't know.
Episode 0.
We already had episode 0. This is episode -1.
We don't exactly have like anything specific we want to talk about. We just talk about whatever comes in mind or whatever we wrote down.
Yeah, we're really filling up a niche here.
This is basically just a conversation between us. And it's just recorded. We really like to talk about different topics when we're just like calling each other, but like might as well record it and have the people hear it.
But then when we actually record it, we don't have anything to talk about. Oh, what do we do now?
I mean, do you still have your notes that you wrote down before? I still have it.
Yeah, it's still as empty as I wouldn't say empty, but lonely as ever. Only I still have a few talking points here that I'm not even sure I can expound on. But first, let's get this out of the way since the.
Since a what?
You'll hear me coughing. You're gonna hear me coughing a lot. I don't know why. But I'll get this out of the way. In the last episode, we talked about a word, a very interesting word. A word that starts and ends with an X, which is Xerox. And that threw me on a rabbit hole of tangents after tangents. And apparently I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I said.
How are you wrong, Judd? How? In what way are you wrong?
I said that Xerox is the only word.
The only word
that starts and ends with an X, but I was mistaken. There's actually a second word called Xanax. I did not realize that until later after the recording. So
oddly enough, like Xanax, the word X kind of makes sense for like a more of a medicine than a company. Like
I guess
like Xanax. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a drug. But like Xerox, that just like sounds like a random word, you know.
Anything weird can sound like a drug if you make it weird enough.
Yeah, that's true. But like, yeah,
like
when you said tangent, that's like a whole 10 minutes of the previous episode. So, yeah, that's one long tangent.
Yeah. I guess I can stretch out a topic.
I didn't even realize it was like we recorded it that long.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just out of just one word, one weird word, one word that means nothing but a brand.
Xerox.
Now that that's out of the way, what's our next topic? Very, very smooth with the transitions here.
Whatever. Transition. What's up, wazoo?
I have an award for best public speaking here.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm doing.
So when was that? When did you get that award of best
I
public
got that
speaking?
in 2015, 2016. Yeah. It's the only award I ever got.
The only award I ever got from school was like I joined like a pageant in our school and back when I was like
Ooh.
high school, and the only
Man.
award I got was like I got what you call this best sports attire,
Mm.
and like I got fifth runner up, so which is like the lowest when it comes to like
I think you told me about this.
yeah, it's been a while. I kind of forgot about it. It's like I was like
Yeah.
grade 7 when
Hmm.
when I got those I got those prizes. I got those like awards. Like yeah, that's about it. I also tried like public speaking events, but like
Mm-hmm.
I never actually won it.
Public speaking for me was I surprised myself.
Oh, wait.
I can, it's not that's not something like I'm bragging or like for my entire life I've been like the quiet kid, you know?
Yeah,
In high school I don't talk as much.
yeah.
I don't give my own opinion. People talk to me and I just talk to them until they stop talking. So winning public speaking when I was in college was a big deal. I didn't know I could do that, but apparently I can if I just think about it.
Oh wait, I'm actually good at this. Oh my god!
I'm actually good at something. Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
So yeah, we're very professionals for a podcast. We talked about Xerox and Xanax at the first 10 minutes of the episode. How long has this been? Has it already been an hour?
No.
No.
Oh no!
Only been 10 minutes. No.
I honestly
You have to talk for 30 more or 40 more minutes?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a lot of work.
It definitely is. Well, depends on if you're having fun. That time will just go and pass by. It'll pass by quickly. Like
Yeah, if I'm angry enough on a single word, time will definitely pass by. You just gotta get me riled up. Give me words that I can rant to, like porcupines. What? Yeah, it's a weird word. It's peas.
the porcupine like kind of remind. Have you seen like that Family Feud like clip
Which clip? There's plenty of family
like,
clips that I watch.
about the word porcupine? Like
Words that starts with the pork.
yeah.
Completely.
Oh no
different, but it
yeah.
sounds-
Words like that starts with a pork, like pork chop, pork steak, like but like this person like but this person saying like porcupine,
I can imagine that.
porcupine, and like and you know like Steve Harvey is that
Steve
yeah,
Harvey.
Steve Harvey's with like his reactions like always like Family Feud clips with Steve Harvey. It's like it's always like the stupid answers. It's like will really make you laugh.
I'm amazed with his ability to be the straight man. He has very good comedic instinct.
Yeah.
I guess that's what makes it work. I've been very critical about comedy for a long time now. Like very, what's that called? Analytical with it. I think it started when I in my college thesis is all about comedy. It's all about how you can make comedy just out of simple colors, and I own that. It's a good thesis. It's very boring. There's plenty of arguments that I just BS my way through just so I can get a good grade. So yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I've been very analytical with comedy. I think
experiencing some technical difficulties.
it started when I was high school. Like I want to make people laugh as a sort of defense mechanism, so they don't make fun of me. Instead of you making fun of me, I'll make fun of myself. So I guess that's how it started, and I guess that's how I won that public speaking competition. Is because I treated it like stand-up comedy. Because I kind of want to be. Oh, Amir, are you here? Amir? Amir? Did he get cut off? I thought he was just listening attentively, so I kept talking. Amir, he's not moving. I thought I think he's just staring at the screen. I thought he was very engaged, but I was about to say like, "All right, I'll keep talking." Oh, I didn't realize he froze. Oh man.
So okay, just to give an explanation to the podcast, to the edit. So we had a technical difficulty. I lost my internet for about
1 hour ago. Actually, 30 minutes. Actually, we just lost it a couple seconds ago. Yeah, it didn't take us 7 hours to come back.
Yeah,
because someone's internet got disconnected for a while.
Apparently, there was a maintenance in our area, and like I just checked on Sky's website and asked them on Twitter if when it'll get like fixed. It got fixed eventually, so it's fine. But like,
Is that alright?
it was like it was weird. I hope you can hear the edit that I made, like of our reactions to the internet cutting off while somebody's obviously speaking.
Is it alright to say their name? Is it like are we gonna get in trouble? The name of the brand of the ISP?
No, it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, it's a known brand anyway. So
I was about to make fun of them.
I mean, my experience with it's fine. This is our podcast. We can talk about anything. My experience with Sky is not actually bad. It's not bad, to be honest. I never had like a bad experience with them. Like ever since I was like living back in Fairview or like in Quezon City, their connections are a lot more stable for me compared to like PLDT and Globe.
Mm-hmm.
That's my experience, at least with Sky. That's why I kind of just stayed with them, even though I moved here to the new city I live in right now.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What's your experience? Why do you hate Sky?
It's I guess it's a different experience for me. A completely opposite experience. For me, Sky always breaks down or always gets disconnected.
Yeah.
For no reason. And we always call them and they never fix it. They never respond that they're gonna figure it out. They say, we'll get back to you in a couple days, and it just doesn't get fixed until by the roll of the dice it'll come back.
Yeah,
it just randomly comes back. This is not even just a couple days. Like it can take weeks, sometimes a month or two. Until we get internet back. So we rely on data for internet sometimes instead of Sky, because I trust more on the data, even though it's slow. At least it's there.
Did it happen multiple times, more than once?
Multiple times for years actually.
Oh.
And it just hit a breaking point. Like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm heading to another ISP, and
you're using Converge. Yeah, right.
Are you sure that we won't be in trouble when you?
No, this is like we're customers. We have the right to say like this is like kind of a review, but like in video form somewhat. Like I don't think anybody from Sky was gonna watch this.
Yeah, but
it's not defamatory to like Sky, but like it's like more of our experience with Sky. It's not.
Yeah,
it's a recorded experience. A review in some sort.
You've been in production before, right? And you're aware like you have to cover some brands before you start shooting.
I've never actually shot. Like I've been in a production, like but mostly for a production in like an educational sense, like in school. But we never actually used like products. But yeah, we did learn about those kind of stuff. There's like a complicated thing when it comes to those kind of products, but I kind of just forgot,
Yeah.
It's logistics that it's not part of like my division of like I'm mostly just like the guy behind the camera or who does stuff and edits, but like I'm not, you know, on the logistics
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, in our class we had a production of a short film, and our professor made a very clear point to us to be careful what brands you show on your short film.
Yeah.
And it's just to be safe, just take away the brand and leave it like the common example, a bottle of water.
Yeah, yeah.
If it has a brand on it, just take away the label.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just to be safe. And I think that kind of
I mean that makes
scarred me.
sense. Yeah, yeah. Why? In what way did it
I
scar
don't
you?
know. I don't know. Just the fear of it, the fear of being sued or being, just because big companies are really scary, man. Especially in this day
that's
and age.
true. That's true. Like big companies, rich companies are definitely a lot scarier.
I mean, just look at. I think I heard someone knocking at my door.
Oh.
Oh no! Well, goodbye. This is my last will and testament. I would like to give all of my games to nobody because they're mine. And my Steam games will stay as is, so I may play them in the afterlife.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah, to like just so you don't have the association of like a brand to you or like in your short film. It makes sense to actually just like remove it. I mean, if you don't need like the brand name for it, like why even have it there, you know? If it gets famous, they don't get like the credit, you know. There's an unnamed brand. It doesn't exist, you know.
I guess that's also part of the problem is like if you're not famous, you're good, but if you get famous, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's a product placement where the money doesn't go to. Well, you could argue that the money still goes to them.
Yeah.
You know,
in some way, yeah, but
in some way, but
some companies just like want to squeeze you dry all of that money.
Yeah.
Oh, you earned something from this? Nah. That's ours. You can't get money from us.
That's YouTube in a nutshell.
But some brands are a lot more like loose on those ends, but some brands are just like squeeze you dry. They're gonna squeeze you. I mean, like,
it's a good thing we're not famous.
Yeah. Yeah, going viral is like definitely a scary thing if like a brand like sues you. Apparently, like okay, there's a third topic that kind of connects to that. I saw a video about like fan art and how it's actually illegal, and like fan apparently like
is that the one made by Austin McConnell?
Yeah, by Austin McConnell. Yeah,
yeah.
Apparently, fan art is technically illegal. Like a company can sue you. Like so like the genuine fear of like if your stuff gets like actually famous, a company might see you and might actually take you down, you know?
Yeah. Part of the reason why I'm still hesitant to do that Darna thing I've been thinking of doing.
I mean, it's an original concept, but like with a made character. Yeah, that's definitely in a gray spot, you know? It's kind of original character, but you're building upon a character that's already made, I guess.
Yeah. And also that idea and the Jollibee idea.
Yeah.
The zombie idea. Because I mean, I'm actually in hindsight, it's a good thing I didn't go for it with that idea, because in the script that I wrote, they're not the good guys.
No.
Yeah. So it would have been a disaster if I made that an actual thing.
Yeah. I mean, like,
or maybe that's just me putting down myself. Like, no, don't do this.
For me, it's still a good idea. I mean, there's a quick fix to it. You can just change the name, but like maybe I don't know if maybe it's the reason.
It doesn't have that effect though.
Yeah, like this is Jollibee. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because like if the name Jollibee isn't part of it anymore, is it still gonna be famous? If it's like just like if it is it still gonna be like as famous as it is, if it's like just any other fast food, if it's like an original fast food chain, that you made
Mm.
for a story.
Why must brands be so restricted to creativity?
Because money.
Yeah, I guess.
Money.
That's something we need. Something everyone need.
Money makes the world turn, and money makes the rich burn.
That's a good line.
That's
That's an alright line.
that's definitely, they just created that from spot. I'm so clever like that,
Oh, clear. Witty.
I'm witty like
Very
that.
witty.
Yeah.
All this because of what we're talking about. What was the brand of it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Sky.
the brand. Yeah, Sky. Yeah.
Just to
Oh, yeah.
reel it back.
I love how we're just explaining why we were gone. It was like our last episode about public speaking. Like, yeah. Okay, going back to that, we're gonna circle back around just to end this sort of topic about brands. Yeah, I lost my internet for like 5 hours. Yeah, because like 4 hours, 1 to 5. I just kind of fell
Mhm.
asleep in between that. Just took a nap, took a quick nap. I like taking naps like in the afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, siesta. Oh, that
Do you do
kinda
that?
feels
Do you
nice.
know other people who also do that? Like sleep in the
Yeah,
afternoon?
yeah. My parents do that, and I do that sometimes. But I kind of like the silence while I'm just browsing in the internet while the aircon's on and the sun is hot and the lights are off while
Yeah.
the windows there's a sunny glow on the windows.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of feels nice. It feels very nostalgic, like an internet cafe. You have 15 pesos.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just in there for 1 hour, and the room is dark. The only lights that are being lit are the light from the monitors.
Yeah, yeah.
And you hear the music that's playing while it's always like either the most popular music of the time or whatever the lady at the behind the counter is currently listening to.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes most of the popular music of the time.
This is your internet cafe. Is this your
Yeah.
air conditioning always on in your room? Or do you have time?
No. We turn it off in the morning, and then we turn it back again when it's really hot at
Yeah.
noon. When we really need it, we don't really need it in the morning.
Yeah,
but
it's
at noon
it's
we-
the same schedule around here. Like the air conditioner in like the afternoon when people are gonna sleep for the siesta, and like
siesta.
and aircon at night. That's pretty much it.
Siesta.
Siesta.
I'm curious if the Western world have something like siesta, because I think it's kind of a Spanish-ish, Latino-ish, Philippines thing.
Yeah, no,
Isn't it?
actually, no, I don't actually know any other people who lives in like the western part of like the planet that also has sleeps in the afternoon, just in like in schedule. I think
Mm.
most people just sleep because they're tired.
Yeah, like naps.
And naps, just quick naps, but never siesta. I think.
Yeah, it's a different feel.
Yeah.
It's more of a mini Sunday,
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it feels like. A nice
I don't know,
rest.
because like I've talked to like friends and like I've mentioned siesta, like sleeping in the
Mhm.
afternoon, like they find it weird.
Really?
Yeah, they find it
Like, where
weird that
did-
you
where-
sleep like in the afternoon.
What's their backgrounds?
I don't know. They're just in the Western world,
Generally Western world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it's
that's-
just culture
that's
thing.
interesting.
Maybe it's a culture
guess.
thing. Yeah.
The culture thing, the same way we what's a culture? What's something that only other than siesta?
Opo and opo.
Poinopo,
Yeah.
bless. Mostly Asians taking out the slippers when entering a house.
No, Asian culture definitely surrounds around respect. China,
Yeah,
Philippines,
and,
Japan, and any
Debatable.
Debatable.
With one of them, I won't say which, but it's debatable.
Like Korea, because I mean, like, kind of, maybe sometimes not, but like Japan has like bowing, and like Korea also has like bowing.
Yeah.
What about China and what other? Yeah, but the Philippines, yeah, it's like opo and opo, just like to be a lot more respectful, you know.
Yeah. I've been told that Japan, especially, is a very polite culture.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah, like they go out of their way just so they won't be perceived as someone rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least that's what I've heard from the VTubers I watch.
So is Japan technically Asia's Canada?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what Canada is. What is a Canada? I've never seen a Canada.
Because like the stereotype of being nice, you know.
Yeah.
Canada.
But that's the only
I don't
thing
even know, huh?
That's the only thing I know about Canada is that just the stereotype. I know nothing about it other than sometimes they speak French, sometimes they speak English.
Yeah.
And it's cold. That's as far as my knowledge on Canadian culture. Because I don't really go out. I've never been abroad.
Yeah, me neither.
Is this racist or is this just ignorant?
Maybe ignorance, you know.
Yeah.
And also
a bit of both, maybe.
Yeah, a bit. Everybody's would you agree with this? Everybody's a bit racist.
Avenue Q? Avenue Q. That's
Avenue
the
Q?
song. That's the musical.
Oh.
The song the song everyone's a little bit racist.
Yeah.
Is from Avenue Q.
It's like because like here's the thing, when you're when you're young, like or like the people surround you, they teach you things. Like you kind of just come, just like grab upon their knowledge without knowing your own knowledge about them. So you kind of like take that as a fact, then more of like a what you call this, a suggestion, I guess. But like
that's more of a like a second hand information type of deal, rather than like, because in my opinion, like everyone's a little bit racist. I don't think it's the racism is what is the thing that common among us. No, I don't start. It's not that everyone is racist. It's just everyone judges.
Yeah,
and it's not a bad thing to judge. Like for instance, you see, how do I show this without being technically racist? all right, let's see, let's go animals. No, bad idea. Don't do it, John.
I think just go for it. If it's too offensive, then let's just cut it off.
It's a hard life being in this PC world. Anyway, how do I illustrate this?
A PC world.
Let's go with John Jacob James.
Right? Okay.
Let's say these three are like three kingdoms: the kingdom of John, the kingdom of James, and the kingdom of Jacob.
Yeah.
All right. So the kingdom of John. Yeah. So let's say the kingdom of John, the civilians in the kingdom of John see a foreigner from the kingdom of Jacob, and one of the foreigners kicks a cat. They judge that as maybe all of the foreigners from the kingdom of Jacob kicks cats.
Yeah.
And that may or may not be true, but then another one does the same thing. And it's like they're like a minority of it, or maybe a majority. We won't know, but they see these two foreigners do the same thing, and then they because humans are very good at pattern recognition.
Yeah.
They'd say, "Oh, that must mean every civilian from the kingdom of Jacob kicks cats."
Yeah.
and that's the core of the problem. I get it's both a problem and a it could be it's a double-edged sword. It could be good, it could be bad, because
Yeah.
sometimes it could be it could this is right, this is good to say. You know what? It's true. Sometimes it's good because when you see a lion and you see a lion eat a person,
Yeah.
and then you see a lion eat another person,
Yeah.
logically you would say that the lion is dangerous
Yeah.
because you know these two instances happened. But sometimes when you see a foreigner kick a cat and another foreigner kick a cat, that is not that does not necessarily reflect on the in the entire kingdom as a whole.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just isolated cases.
Yeah.
So the problem is determining which is an isolated case, which is a stereotype, which is just a perception, and which is the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Deciding which
that-
is.
That's something about like racism. Not everything is black and white. Like, not everything is like easier to actually know.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
you think it's like okay, this person is doing this, it must mean this. It's more than that. There's like a lot of variables to actually like think
Mhm.
about.
And there's a difference between seeing the similarities between, I mean, like the features of a specific culture and being racist towards it. Like one of my favorite comedians is Russell Peters. Do you know him?
No, I'm not familiar with much of the comedians, to be honest.
Okay.
I think the only person I know who's versed in comedians is you, John.
Yeah, I watch
Yeah.
a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he used to be. He is a very good comedian, and the way he makes jokes is that he goes to a place, he observes what those people do. Like if you've seen his joke on Filipinos,
Yeah.
it's spot on. It's very accurate.
Yeah.
And I forgot the joke, but I just remember the feeling like oh yeah, he knows, because he knows what he notices very accurately what unites a specific culture.
Yeah.
And what's different with that culture, with the culture he's used to.
Yeah.
So that is all right in my opinion. What is not all right is like judging someone's ideal, judging an individual based on what you think you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Racism is bad if it's like derogatory, if you're already destroying someone's character without actually knowing them. Just because you heard something from another person, this culture does this, you're already destroying the person you just met, But yeah,
I'm not sure if this is if I've had an experience with a foreigner.
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's racist or it's just, I don't know who's at fault in the story, but I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
Like, so we were on a ferry boat.
Yeah.
On the way to, I don't remember the name of the province. We were on the way to someplace. It was last year, and that was the time when I watched JoJo, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Okay.
So we were in a place.
Seems relevant to the story. Okay.
Yeah. So we were at this ship, and we were sharing rooms with a foreigner.
Yeah.
And he kind of said that something smells like fish.
Oh.
And
Okay.
we didn't smell anything. Like,
Okay.
everyone in the bunk looked at each other. Hey, what smell of fish? Is it the food? Maybe. It could be the food, but we were not smelling anything. And I don't know if that's like
that could have been racist.
it could have been, but it could have just been a perspective, a
Yeah.
perception by this person who hasn't been in this environment.
Yeah.
And the contrast of that perception from our perception. Like we did not smell any fish in this room, but that person did.
Yeah.
And it's we kind of acknowledge that. I don't know if that's a weird story because there really is no one at fault, I guess. I'm very scared to talk now because we're really tiptoeing on waters that may be very deep. Also, we should also acknowledge that generalization is also a problematic thing. Yes, and we should also talk about the other thing. But
we don't have to. We don't have to like dive that deep into this conversation. Okay. I think the analogy I'm like trying to get like because like okay, I have two other family members here. When they go into my room, they tell me like it smells bad. But like if I'm just here, I don't actually smell it myself. It's kind of like that. From my perspective, I think everything's fine. It doesn't like smell at all. But like if it's like it's from their perspective, then apparently it's like bad. I think it's just like it's different from each other's perspective. Like you can't know just by yourself because like if you got used to like if you're used to the way things are, you won't even notice like what's like different. I don't know.
I guess I see your point. Yeah. I can see your point. But maybe to end on this, what's the lesson here? The lesson is
the lesson.
The lesson is to acknowledge that we have different perceptions and perspectives, and you really won't notice the differences until it's there.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Also, disclaimer that we are not we're not professionals in this field, so
yeah. This is just like whatever we see, observations, I guess.
Maybe we're racist.
Everybody's a little bit racist.
And it comes back to that thesis.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know this.
This kind of was an uncomfortable topic, knowing the current climate of the internet. It's very. It sure is glad we're not famous.
Yeah. Somebody in the future like see okay. Oh, they're famous. I wonder what bad thing they said back in the past. Oh no.
Oh, what is this? Unnamed podcast episode -1.
Okay.
What did they say?
I think it's the lesson here is racism is bad. Stay woke, kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
We did not generalize any race other than also we mean no offense to people named John, Jacob, and James. And
John, Jacob, and James. Okay, what else?
That's a hard. How do we recover from this?
How do we
Wales, right?
Oh yeah.
Wales.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
I've been asking since the last time we recorded was like 2 weeks ago. Like the podcast that hasn't been posted yet. Like he has something to say about whales. Jod, what is it about the whales? Tell me, what is the whales? What is the story about the whales?
I like whales.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
Is that it?
I really like whales, man. They're cool.
I thought you were gonna say something about a whale's biology, a whale's something.
I don't know anything about a whale's biology. All I know is that they're very beautiful creatures in the sea, and it's a miracle that they even exist.
All I know about whales is whale semen is very expensive.
No. Yeah, you ruined it.
I just had to, and I can't just leave it off to just. I love whales. I really love whales, man.
No, now I regret saying that.
No, it's like something I've heard on the internet. Like, yeah, it's expensive. Like,
let's change the subject.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Anyway, just whales in general. I've been watching videos about whales on YouTube. Like I've been watching videos about whales in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so pretty, dude. They're pretty.
I mean, yeah, they are pretty majestic creatures.
Yeah. Like, like, like before I die, I'd like to meet a whale just to see what
That's
they're
actually
like.
a good goal, like a good bucket list to see actually a whale
Yeah.
in life.
Cause dude, they're huge, man.
Yeah,
They're like, it's so cool. And they're like modern day dinosaurs, but underwater.
no, I think modern day dinosaurs are chickens.
Modern day dinosaurs are your mom. Oh.
Okay, thank you guys for listening to this podcast.
I'm sorry. I apologize to the mother of my friend here.
Continue.
Anyway, yeah. Just imagine they're the largest creatures on Earth, and they don't even they're not like they're hunters, but they don't eat people. You know, they don't eat big meat. They only eat small meat, and that's like how are you this big but you only eat these small tiny krill?
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's I can't even believe what path in history that led to the creation of these beautiful creatures, dude.
Just because I don't know.
How did they rise up the food chain being that big without any apex predators?
That is true. Yeah, whales are kind of a mystery of the world. You know.
Mm-hmm,
I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist, God. I'm not Jotaro.
You're not Ocean Man.
Ocean Man, take me by the hand. Okay, what we were talking about? Okay, I was gonna add two things about like two whale stories. Like, okay, you're never gonna read Beastars, aren't you? You're gonna like watch it, but like read it right now because it's only on the manga. There's like a part where there's a whale, and like a story of a whale. In the manga, there's a whale there. But is it fine if I spoil it to you? You're not gonna
don't
read
spoil it. Please don't spoil it.
Oh, would you? Would you want to read it? Would you read Beastars someday? I don't think they're gonna expand on it.
Full disclosure right now. I thought you were talking about JoJo.
No, Beastars.
Cause because
maybe we heard Joestar. I said Beastar, not Joestar.
Yeah. So I guess it's okay for you too.
It's okay. But like spoilers for the people like listening to the podcast who wants to read Beastars. The whale just came in like a random part of the story, but like apparently there was a war between like herbivores and carnivores in the story of Beastars. And apparently like the one who actually stopped the war was like a whale.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, I forgot like the specific reason how it actually stopped, but like that's how it went. But there was like a war and there was a whale and the war stopped because of the whale. I don't know.
As it should be. Whales will stop wars.
Maybe a spoiler warning isn't needed because like that's so out of context. But so in context of like the Beastar story. And another whale. When
you said that like about Beastar, you've watched BoJack Horseman, right?
I've actually only watched until like BoJack entered rehab. That's like the last episode, and like Diane dragged into the tunnel.
When you told me about that story with Beastars and the whale, I just imagined that news guy, the whale news guy from BoJack Horseman.
Oh, I forgot about that. I kind of forgot about most of the characters.
He's the anchorman from in TV. He's a side character. I won't blame you if you forgot about him. He's not really the main character. But yeah, that's what I imagined. Like he ended the war. That guy. Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting thing. Like the other whale story is kind of sad. Have you heard about this? I love how like you're telling like good stories about whales. Oh, I love whales so much, and I'm here like, oh, I'm about to ruin this man's career or this man's good stories about whales for my bad stories. Well, another story. Have you heard of this like one whale who has like a different pitch to his like or her?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like different different
Mhm.
pitch. So
It's actually very loud.
yeah, it was
Like
a
so
different
loud.
pitch, so other whales can't actually understand her. So she was like named like the loneliest whale on Earth. Have you heard of that story?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, there's like the I keep like giving topics but that I don't really like have much knowledge into, but that's like one of the stories I heard about a whale. I'm so sorry.
Wait, what story was it? The whale.
The loneliest whale on Earth.
I think I've heard of it.
I've seen
I'm not
like,
sure, but
I've seen it on Facebook on like something like
Yeah.
those kind of posts, like one square boxes post.
Yeah, square boxes post. You're not really sure that those are true or not, but it could be true. It's a it's a gotcha of whether it's true or not.
Okay,
Loneliest
apparently it's
whale.
called the 52 hertz whale. The pitch has higher frequency than that of other whale species with migration patterns most closely resembling 52 hertz whales. The blue
Mm.
whale goes around 10 to 39 hertz, and a fin whale goes to 20 hertz. So there's basically like they're basically higher pitch than most whales, like the blue whale or fin whale. Hmm.
And she can't communicate because her pitch is too high.
Yeah.
Oh, that is sad.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of depressed now.
You're welcome.
I still like whales.
Yeah, there's still even with those kind of stories, yeah, the whales are still pretty much majestic in their own right, you know.
I want to meet one. I want to meet a blue whale.
Is there like any creatures that comes to that in like land?
Inside, is the close.
I think
think
the only thing
elephant?
elephant's like the closest thing I can think of if it's on land. A big creature.
Yeah, I don't
Yep,
think there's
yep.
anything
Yep, elephant
bigger
definitely.
than an elephant.
The giraffe.
Giraffe is tall, not
Yeah, they're tall,
large.
not large, yeah.
But you could argue that they're also big.
Oh, I know.
Hmm?
Your mom got him.
It all comes back. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
thank you for listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
I think should we end it now? It's already and it's already.
We could do like quick one. That's
Alright,
less
quick.
depressing than the whale.
Oh please, let's not end with a depressing note. The depressing note being your mom.
How about the last thing we actually talk about is our title?
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
The title be let's end it here and now.
Let's start it
What?
with a beginning. What is the title of this podcast? I've seen like names like they're just simple. One
Mhm.
like have you seen like there's like views podcast, there's unfiltered podcast, there's like more of the mainstream podcast, and there's like podcasts with the names like just their creator's name, David Tennant's podcast. Have you heard of those?
David Tennant.
Yeah,
I
David
didn't know
Tennant
he had a
actually has a podcast. Yeah, you should
Mhm.
listen to it. It's actually pretty nice. I love it.
Mhm.
I listen to it when like while drawing. He has like some guest artists that you might be familiar with. He even interviewed. He even had a podcast with Bill Piper, Olivia Colman. Those are the first person that came into mind. Catherine Tate, like Donna.
Mhm.
You know.
I mostly listen to like either D&D tutorials or
Mhm.
art tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I draw.
Other kind of podcast do you like?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
D&D ones. Yeah, because they go like like 30 minutes to 1 hour talking about like how to be a better DM or like D&D stories. Those are very good to listen to while driving. But anyway, back to the title.
I don't think they're meant to actually be podcast. They're just like really long because D&D.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
but
they're just talking stuff. That's mostly it.
if you were to describe the two of us, what kind of one word would you describe us?
I don't know. Like, how do we
Creatives.
perceive each other? Creatives,
Artist,
I guess.
poor.
Poor. That part is true.
The poor Asian fools, and
Filipino fools.
Poo-
The
the pools.
pools.
No,
Pool.
I think cart.
I kind of like that. I kind of want a name that's like a JoJo arc. Battle tendency.
Stone Ocean.
Stone Ocean. Stardust Crusaders. Dogfight.
There's actually a stand named the fool, I think.
Yeah, I know. The
Yeah.
Fool. That's
The
Iggy
Fool.
Stand.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it is Iggy
I
Stand.
told you. The other day.
I forgot.
Was it the other day?
Yeah. Have you? I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Iggy Stand.
Yeah,
The
Iggy
Fool.
Stand, the fool.
Something like that.
Supposed to be
What-
easy,
Yeah, the title's supposed to be easy, but it's not. I don't listen to much podcast.
They just
the only
listen to
podcast-
generic words, to be honest.
Yeah, the only podcast I listen to is Serial.
Ooh, I love
Mm.
cereal.
Yeah, no, not that Serial. You should listen to that. It's very good. It's a mystery investigation type. I like that.
This became more of a recommendation
Yeah,
part of like the podcast than a naming of the title. But yeah, maybe it helps.
on. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll through Facebook, getting inspiration.
Hmm.
What to name it? What name mine?
The Fox and the Fish podcast.
Kaboom.
Wait, that's already taken. Oh,
Pie. Friend. Money. Innate British. Halloween. 2011. I'm just listing out random words right now. Finger. Sticky finger.
Grapes and mangoes.
Grape mango.
Gringo.
No. We just talked about we're not racist. No. Grape. They're fruitful. I still don't know. What about a vibe?
Vibe. What is
What's
the
our
vibe?
vibe? More
I mean, we like
casual.
cartoons. We talk about that a lot. No, we're artists.
Tone,
pen, hard.
color.
It's funny because yeah, we're artists, but we're not gonna talk mainly about art in our podcast.
Yeah.
We're just like talking about random things.
Sometimes we only talk about it sometimes, in a way that we'd like talk about our jobs because it kind of is.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Something simple, I guess. Let's go back to simple themed. Lobster.
Lobster, shrimp,
That's the thing in my screen right now. Lobster.
shrimp. I like shrimp.
Lobster. Just lobster. Maybe just lobster. Like something random like that. Lobster or mango. Yeah. Something that you get it. Like it's just something random, something unconventional, nothing related to what we talk about, but it's just there.
How about just the drawers?
Mango. Drawer. We don't talk about art as much, right?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about drawing. Drawer, like cabinet drawer.
Cabinet.
Because
Maybe
we're
there.
pulling out stuff from our drawers. We're pulling out stories.
Oh.
We keep stories on our shelves and we pull them
Oops.
out of our drawers. That's like a random thing
Yeah.
that just came on my head. It's like we're artists, like a drawer. Like because
Drawer.
nobody calls an artist a drawer unless you're illiterate. Like I used to call myself a drawer. And like
Yeah.
I was like cold. I was like back in the Tumblr days. I was called out. You're not a drawer. You're an artist. Are you a person that gets like the
Let's
what
make
do you
it
call this?
specific. Let's make it specific. A specific type of drawer. Sock drawer.
I
No
guess
reason.
sock.
It's just there. Random. Sock drawer.
For the smelly topics.
Smelly topic, the smelliest.
Because like if we were gonna
What do you
think of a title like that, we need to like make it witty, make it like part
You
of
don't
like
really
an intro.
have to. You don't have to make it witty.
Just-
I mean, have
we
you
need
seen-
to make it make sense.
It doesn't have to make sense. I mean, have you seen Critical's podcast?
What it? The official
called-
podcast.
The official podcast. Does it make sense?
It's official. It's an official podcast.
It's a
Fine, fine. We could. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a random word generator.
All right, go for it.
So
And then like we'd see our brand is based entirely out of a random.
I mean, it makes
randomly
sense.
generated word.
I
guess.
because
We talk about
whatever
random stuff.
we need to talk about random stuff. So whatever our thing we're gonna do.
I still think we go for sock drawer. That's my vote.
I don't know.
All right, find something you're comfortable with.
Random item generator.
And this is where the trouble began. It's the creative differences between these two artists separated them when the cameras are off.
The
You
first
see
thing I
the-
saw is box of chocolates,
Box, drawer, sock,
seatbelt, wishbone,
a box of socks,
mirror, tennis ball, spectacles,
spectacles on a sock.
socks, socky spectacles. I like alliteration names, but like if it's like SSSS,
Saucy spectacles.
saucy spec. Oh,
That makes it feel like we're talking about something,
yeah, saucy.
NSFW.
Yeah. Beaded bracelet, clock,
slimy spectacles.
bottle of lotion. You want some bottle of lotion?
No, pass,
Stock.
pass.
Laser pointer, pair of safety goggles, a button, empty
Button.
bottle, bow, a
Em-
ring, a pocket watch, a canteen, a thread, a steak knife, a sword, a hamster, a pair of glasses, card, a bag of condoms, plush
I
cat,
kind
checkbook.
of want to go back to spectacles. I think I like the word spectacles.
Yeah, it's a simple word, spectacles.
It could mean like glasses, or it could also mean
Oh,
a spectacle.
yeah.
You know?
You know what? I like that. I like the word spectacle.
Fool, and we merged it with fool.
A full
Fool
spectacle.
spectacles?
A full spectacle.
Ooh, ooh.
Or is it better a fool or the fool's spectacles?
A fool's like is a full spectacle like a term like big full spectacle?
I mean, a spectacle
bit-
is like another term for glasses and a visually striking performance or display, like a show, a performance,
Fool.
presentation, exhibit. Yeah,
Full spectacle.
spectacles are glasses, and spectacle is
Or
the.
maybe we go back to alliteration, something with an S.
No, I do like that the full spectacle. That's right
Alright.
now the top of my list. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the top of our list.
Yeah.
Let's add options.
Mm,
Sort of spectacle.
spectacle. It's the
Like sort
spectacle.
of- Sort of spectacles. Yeah, like it's not that big of it.
Mm,
So dot spectacles.
so spectacle.
So spectacle.
The speckety spectacles. Speckety speck.
Sad spectacles of sandy spectacles.
You know what? I'm just gonna find S words Mm, What?
Amir.
yes,
Amir.
yes, yes, yes.
Suck.
Why do you want socks so much?
It's funny.
You know what? Fuck it. We'll go sock spectacles.
Sock spectacles. That kind of has a ring to it.
Spectacle.
Has a
Spectacle. Sock
bouncy
spectacle.
sock spectacle. Sock spectacle.
The soggy
Has a-
spock spectacle. What
Soggy
we
socks.
what we butcher it every episode.
Sure. The soggy socks. Oh, okay. Soggy socks Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good tongue twister. Soggy
It
socks
needs to be at
spectacle.
least 3. Guys, socky sock spectacles kind of
I guess.
lacks
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Like soggy spock. So I see. I'm already butchering
Soggy
it.
socks spectacles.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go with that. I'm going fine with that. That's my final answer.
Yeah, the soggy sock
Mink.
spectacle. Okay, well,
Soggy socks spectacle.
from the fox and the fish podcast to the sock.
The soggy socks spectacle.
I like that. I
like it.
that. Okay, well, it's a stupid name for a stupid podcast, and it makes sense. I love it.
It makes no sense, but all right.
I'm just gonna skip through all
Let's
those
make
parts.
let's make it make sense.
You want to do an outro of our newly named podcast, the Soggy Sock Spectacles. Spectacle or
Yeah.
spectacles? Spectacle. I think without an S, spectacle. So it's a show.
Spectacle. I don't know. Maybe put an S. Soggy sock spectacles.
We're the
Oh,
soggy
maybe
socks, and this is what we see.
Yes.
Just trying
I
to
don't know.
make sense of it, but it kind of makes sense. It kind of doesn't. But
Kind of doesn't. I like that. I like that middle area, that gray area of making sense and not making sense.
okay, we'll shake on it, Jod. Are you sure about the
Yes,
name
I'm
Soggy
sure.
Sock Spectacle?
It's less cringy than Fox and Fish. So yes,
Okay. Well,
I will not regret this.
okay. So this is gonna be the second episode of the Soggy Sock Spectacle, or the 4th episode. No, yep, the 2nd episode.
Second,
so
second episode.
or the
Negative
later
one.
Okay, so thank you. Okay, let's do our outro now. We have our title finally.
Ooh.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of our podcast. We are not sponsored by anyone yet. Maybe someday we will be. Maybe Sky.
don't sponsor us, guy. I don't.
Oh no. Okay.
I refuse.
would you not want to get sponsored by Sky? Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Soggy Sock Spectacle. That's literally gonna be our name. We're not gonna regret that name, right, Jod?
Yes,
Okay.
we are not going to regret this name.
So,
I've already written the business permit for it.
if you ever like this, if you like this episode of the podcast, do leave a like if you ever post it on YouTube, or share it around with your friends if you find it even a little bit funny. Just a little bit funny. Yeah, because racism is funny, you know.
No.
No, I'm kidding. Okay.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that signal where like I'm putting my hand on my leg, like
yeah.
cut.
Okay. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the podcast, and we'll see you in our next episode.
And a message to future Judd. Ha.
Huh?
Ha. That's it.
Okay. Bye. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
What was her name again?
The Soggy Sock Spectacle.
Ended there. End the podcast there.